Hi folks, and welcome. We're going to do a video on this gramophone. So without further ado, let's start getting bits off and make sure we don't lose anything. And what we'll do, we'll take the mechanism out. That doesn't feel very tight, it feels like it might have been out before. But we'll only know this once it's it is very grubby in there, so, and I don't know how long I've got because I've got Mildred coming to pick me up. Oh, I want to just check this phone, don't I, because it's gone to a different coloured light. See if that phone boots up now. Yeah, Sony. There we go. See if it comes on. And what network it's set for, if any. Screw's a bit rusty. See if we can. Well, that screwdriver fit. Because we need something a bit thinner blade. Yeah. Yeah, that's. Yeah, them Sony Xperias, they had good cameras on them. The one, that last one I had did anyway. The camera was about the best part of the phone. Ooh. Yeah, my mate who bought this off, he gave a £5 for it. He gave £1 for it at the car boot at the jumble sale. So I figured, hey, it's worth a £5. Probably hear a big clunk in a minute when the mechanism falls out. Right, so now the mechanism should just pull out. Right, there we are. It's stuck like chewing gum onto its grommets. There's the board, the motor board. Right, and there's the mech. Now this is actually a Swiss made mech, made in Switzerland. So what we can do, we can put the rest of the case out of the way and all the stuff that came off it. Chuck all this away. Well, no, we chuck it away, I mean put it away. All back in its case, that's it. That should be everything. There's a screw there, that's not out of this. Too new. So what we'll do, we'll make sure that the horn is secured out the way. There we go. Or the diaphragm rather. So why won't the fucking box lock? Why won't the box shut? Doesn't go that way, does it? Yeah, it does. Right, so put the box out of the way. The handle needs to be replaced, but that's no problem. So we'll put the box out of the way. Right. Now, yeah, Swiss made. Right, so what I need to do is get a couple of these things out. Wipe all this old grease off, as much of it as I can. Let's get the IPA. So let's empty that tub. It's only got Mildred's old switches in it. There we go. And we can now clean most of the grease off the top so we can get into examine it. There we go. I mean, it's probably gummed up, and there we are. Now all we do, we look at the mechanism, and first thing I see that needs to come off, that I would like to get off, is the governor. You shouldn't have to withdraw them screws all the way. Pull that pin out of that side. Now that's unusual. And then I have taken the screw all the way out. Now we'll get this pin out of this side. There we are. Right. Take them out of there. I need something. Tell you what, I'll throw them in the IPA. They can be cleaning, can't they? Right. And there's the governor, which has like a screw on that end. That's your speed control there. So we'll clean the governor. And then it has your weights, which are pushed in to govern the speed. Very simple, very effective, and it worked for many years. It's a really good system. That phone's still booting up, so I've got a feeling it might be might not be fully conducive, but might be stuck in a loop actually. That's the governor. Ooh. Now Now, and this is your I'm not sure. Let's put that screw back in that there so we don't lose it. I think basically to get the turntable spindle out, I think you have to separate the pallets. To get that apart, you have to separate the pallets. So, we'll chuck all the screws in the IPA, it'll clean them, won't it? Whoops. Makes a difference for something with electronics in, doesn't it, folks? Whoops. There we go. See, I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly because I've never done, well I have. I've done a couple of gramophones in the past, but that screw there doesn't want to play. Let's try a thinner screwdriver. Oh, fucking hell. There, we got that one. I'll have to try and find some new grommets as well to put on because they're fucked. Now let's try. Now this was the screw I had trouble with. There, I've got it. I mean, things were made properly back then, weren't they? Not like nowadays. There we go. There's your top pallet. There's your turntable spindle. There's your clockwork motor, and look at all the gunge on that. So, there's a roll pin through there, so I don't know if I'll be able to get that out to separate that. Whether these are repairable, I do not know. But that's definitely got to be cleaned. All that gunge. And there's your so that's your spindle. We'll call that an intermediate drive. We'll put a bit more IPA in there. Gonna have to give this a really good scrub. Just get all the gears submersed. Right. That's going to have to be cleaned. I think I've got some shit that I can use to get all that off. I'll have to scrape that off. But so we've got your mainspring here, your main gear, your turntable gear here, turntable spindle and drive gear here, and this will be an intermediate drive gear of some description. So what we'll do, we'll try and You can probably guess by the look on my face that I'm not really looking forward to this, but by the same time I think it's a shame to not save this, at least try and save this gramophone. So let's see. Right, let's find something I can get this crap off onto. What's this here? I wish I had a letter from the government. See, because the backside is not bad. And to be perfectly honest, that side's not bad now either. Right. Have a look at this side. That side's not bad. That'll just wash. Now the mainspring and gear. There's probably a very good reason why this thing wouldn't work. I mean, whether they're supposed to be caked in fucking grease like this, I do not know. But whether they're supposed to be like that, I don't know. But and there's an out. This is really, really disgusting. I mean, to be perfectly honest with you folks, this is not nice. Let me find the cloth. There's a towel under there, but I have a load of cloths, so I don't know where they are. They're in a bag. Oh, fuck it. Use me fucking trousers. Right. Now let's try and wipe some of this shit off. Put that there because it can be got rid of after. That is disgusting. Just stay on my bench. At least all the shit's coming off that fucking. So you can get the crap off it. I stand a chance of fucking cleaning it, getting it working. I mean, for all I know, the fucking mainspring could be bust, but I don't think it is. And there's a hole there. I don't know what that hole's for, but it's clogged up with shit. Let's unclog it. There we are. Looking at now. Yeah, I think the spring might be fucked. Yeah, I think the spring might be bust. Yeah, I think the spring's bust on this, I'm afraid, folks. Looks that way. But I think you can prise the bottom off these. Just mop that fucking IPA up off there, because I can use that to finish off. But I would imagine that you can get into them. Don't think these are a sealed unit. No, I would imagine you... Fucking ass, Mildred. Catch you later, folks. Hi, folks. I just got back from Mildred's. Right, what the problem is with the gramophone is the spring is busted. So basically, I'm gonna have to try and see if I can repair the spring. Now, what I need to do, I need to get the device. Oh, fuck me. Soldering iron nearly went everywhere then, but that doesn't matter, I'm not using the soldering iron. Why is the soldering iron caught under there? That's it. Right. Right, what we're going to do, going to just use the vise just to put on here. Just so I can tap this out. Now I should have something somewhere I can use as a drift. I should have some things in here. Saying that, let's use this screwdriver because this screwdriver's fucked anyway. Try and use this. And basically what we want to do is just drift that out of there like that. Chuck that in there with the rest of it. Then take this out of here. Put that way. Put that on that plate there for a minute. And basically what we need to do, there's the other part of the spring. Basically we need to work out how it comes off. Let's just give this a bit of a clean. Because I didn't think the spring had gone, but it has. So comes off somehow, but it's how. Because there's actually enough spring there for me to just bosh it all through probably and reconnect it. I mean, just tap that, can I? No. You can't tap it. But what I need to do is find out where the end of the spring is and how you release the spring from this. There's got to be a way. Get me big pliers. You've got to be careful because you can fucking do yourself a lot of harm with these springs. You can fucking cut yourself and everything with them, so there's got to be a way. Getting that out of there. That looks like it's moving up. Let's see if it actually is. Just wind this in a bit. That's it. Now no, I don't want to damage the end of that. What about that end? Let's try. So it does move. So what I'm going to do, because I don't want to damage that, because this bit's got to go back on that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and heat it up. I mean, I am using a brass hammer, so it's not like I'm using steel on steel. Let's try that. See if we can knock that out. No, it must come out the other way. Get it out. There we go. See, I'm trying to work out how the springs are attached. because once I find out, see, I don't want to, I'm going to put that on it, and I'm going to hit it with that on it. Just wind that on a little bit. There we go. Am I hitting the fucking workbench there? Yeah. Yeah, I'm actually hitting the workbench, so yeah. Not quite. But if I there we go, bring it in on the top there, and then just got to be a way of getting this out, because I've got to work out how I'm going to do it. See, I'm not going to be able to uncoil that. That's not going to happen. That's a fucking strong spring. So I'm not going to be able to uncoil it. Right. There's the end of the spring, but the problem is getting it unhooked. I'm going to try and tap this in. Bloody hell. There we are. And see if I can see where it's attached. Now, let's try and knock this out now. That's moving. There we are. You just unhook it there. That's it. You just unhook it there by walloping a fucking... So basically I've got to make sure that that brass bushing goes back down to where it needs to be. So what I'll do, I'll put this back in the vise and I'll tap this back down. Right. Now let's have a look at the spring. Because I'm going to need to drill a hole in that. And I need to get the spring out anyway so I can clean it, but I mean the spring luckily is not under it might be broken multiple places. Oh no, that's where it hooks on. But it's just clean all this crap off. See, I've never done a gramophone spring before. I've serviced a couple of gramophones, but I've never done a spring, so this is new to me as well. Let's try and clean some of the crap off the top of the spring. There we go, a bit more. So what I need to do really is get this up, let's pull this piece out here, get this up onto, because what I need to do is look at that there, see where the hole is. It's just a slot really, so all I need to do really is just put something behind that, right, I need to, because I need to be able to hook that on and just pull it across, and then it should go back together, he says. So it winds up that way, which means if that winds up that way, that means it turns that gear that way, turns it that way, so that way, so I need to make sure the hook is on that side, and that goes in through that way. Just clean all this crap out of this if there's any in it. Make sure there's, so that I can reattach the spring. And that's where the spring grabs in there. Only grabs a small area. It's actually welded there. There's a pin that goes through and it's welded. It only grabs a small area there. That's all it grabs. The inside of the spring has to be coiled. So basically this part here and get it to stay on. So basically what I need to do is get that bit there and bend. I mean the rest of the spring's okay. I mean it would have just gone like that. Be a lot fucking easier. But what I need to do is bend this so it comes out to about the middle there. So So we need to get that pliers on there, turn that, we're moving. Wow, some strength in that fucking spring. I mean, I might take the whole spring out actually, because it does have to be cleaned. So let's pull that from there. So you can pull it out a little bit at a time. Wow. Wow. Let's try and let it out gently. Because it can be cleaned. Move it away from there. Get it down. Oh shit. Oh fuck. There we go. There we go. Not torn my shit off. There we go. Right. Right, so I'll put that back. Not torn my shit off the side. Now, right. Now if I get one of these pads, a clean one, put that on top of that a minute. Just get a couple of them. Right. Needs a good clean. Get some of this fucking IPA out of here. There we are, you see. Here we've got fuck's sake. Just wipe the fucking dog hairs off it. Right. So basically, let's get this in position. There we go. mean, at the end of the day, you're putting a lot of fucking tension, really. I mean, there's no tension on it now, luckily, but you know, you're dealing with a fucking spring that's really, it's capable of taking your fucking hand off. Right, I need to stretch this out. Cause I need, oh, fuck's sake, I wish it would stay where I want it instead of curling back up around me. It's like wrestling with a fucking viper. What I need, basically I need to make the spring a bit, tell you what, it's fucking dangerous playing with these, but if I ever want the thing to work again, I'm going to have to do it, unfortunately. I mean, does that come? Can that come out of that end there? Because I don't want to put any stress on. So putting that back in is going to be a bucket. Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. It hooks out. There we are. Because I can clean all that now. Just clean that. If we clean all the crap off, it'd make it fucking easier to work on the fucking spring. Yeah, that just hooks back in. I mean, putting a new spring in it shouldn't be too difficult. I know you can't see what I'm doing, folks, but I'm only cleaning the spring. I'm doing nothing really that you would really need to see. Just getting all the grease off. Getting all the grease and crap off the old spring. There we are, you see. And if I get another one of these, I can hold it with one hand. I can pull it through then. But yeah, put in the bucket. I'll get two of them to be safe. And as I come with one, I can wipe with the other. But it's getting right to the end of the spring. Oops. It's getting right to the very end, that's the problem. You know, the inside coils. That's the problem. They're well stuck. Right. I'll get my fingers out of there. I'll tell you what. If you can avoid it, never ever get up close and personal with a gramophone spring. But see, really, I should order another spring, but where the fucking hell? There are people who make them, but I would imagine that a new spring Probably not as good as an old one. And I'm just trying to get in here now to clean the last couple of coils, and I've managed it with spotless in there now. That spring is now spotless. So all I need to do next is bend the end here into a position so that I can fucking to a central position, so that I can, so we'll get a pair of pliers there, a pair of pliers there, bend the spring. So once I bend the spring, get it to where I need it, let's try holding it with the other pliers so I can get the try holding it with the other pliers. The trouble is you can't. It's very difficult to get anything in there. Right, well I've managed to get them in. So if I now come round, I want to hold it with them pliers and bend it with the other pliers. Tell you what, it's going. It's going, but it's fucking... So what I'd have to do anyway, I'd have to feed it into the middle first, attach all that and then put the spring back in. Throw some fresh grease in there with it. Right, I've got some mold grips somewhere, but them pliers just don't have enough fucking you can't get enough purchase on them to fucking twist. Let's try these ones. If anyone ever tells you that it's easy to redo a gramophone screw spring, don't listen. All I'm trying to do here, you can't see me because I need to be, but all I'm doing is trying to bend . Did I snap that or did it slide off? No, it slid off. Yeah, it'd be in the jaws of the pliers if I snapped it. Yeah. Yeah, it's the, let me just check because the shape should be the same on the other side. Yeah, it came off the pliers. Yeah. I might have to eat it up actually. I don't want to do that. So clip that into there and just Jesus. I might have to eat the fucker up to because I definitely need it to bend. There we go. I'll tell you what. Two pairs of pliers the same size would do it. What it's doing really is just slipping around the pliers. I'm going to have to heat it up I think. Didn't really want to though, because I mean I've got to fucking bend it. Ow! I'm going to leave it there for tonight folks. I'm going to leave it there. I'm fed up of fucking about with that. I've got other things I need to do before tomorrow as well. I've not chopped my fingers off to grub it though. There's some other things I need to look into, so like for example, yeah, lovely. Right, I'll catch you later folks. Bye for now. Hi folks, and we're back on the gramophone. Sadly we won't be needing this. So put this away. I got this out just to check these batteries. No, we're not going to be needing that, so we can put that away somewhere. Shove it under there for now. Right, what we're going to do today, we're going to clean up all the parts. There's the spring. The spring has actually snapped on the gramophone, and there's the bit that snapped, so I've got to get that reformed. I've got to get that bit's no good obviously, so basically what I've got to do is just drill a hole in the end here and reattach this, refit the spring. So basically what we'll do, we've got a plastic box somewhere. There we go. I'm going to clean all the parts. I've cleaned the spring. All the parts of the gramophone I'm going to clean. I'm going to put in this little box here. Including that other, it's no good. I'm still going to put it there. But we're going to clean all this. And I've just spilled IPA all over the bench. Never mind. because what I'll do, I'll dip me, I'll just mop that up with my cloth. Right, there's the governor. That's already been cleaned. Some of it has already been cleaned. We've got the gear here, which is the winding gear. That get a few of these out. I mean, I've got some. Just mop this up with this, and I can. This isopropyl in this container looks like piss. Right, I've not got my glasses on. I don't think I need them for this. But we're going to clean this up, and we're going to make it all look nice and clean, and preferably by the end of the project we'll end up with what resembles a brand new gramophone, clockwork gramophone motor. I mean, the good thing about these, this is a Swiss gramophone, and I can't swear to it, but I think it might be made by Rolex, but I don't know for sure. We have to do some checking out and find out, but it's a very good quality motor anyway, that is for certain. There, look at that, that's come up like new, that gear. And that's your winding gear. Then you've got another gear here, which is a secondary gear, I think, if I remember rightly. Just take the rough stuff off with this bud, this thing, there we go, this pad. Now, clean all it. See, these gears, I mean, if they made this gramophone today, this would be plastic. Last 5 minutes and throw in the bin. And I just can't believe the condition that these things are in when you pull them apart. Look at that. Nothing at all. I mean, you get a bit of crap on your hands. You expect that cleaning old gramophones. But there's a lot of crap on these, and you know, you expect really to get covered in shit when you're messing with them. I mean, if you don't want to get covered in shit, don't mess with old gramophones. This is the first time. I have actually serviced a couple of gramophones in the past, but never taken one apart to this degree. You know, I've never actually dipped this in here because it's, even though it's been in there, the shit's pretty solid on it. There we are, it's loosening up now. I mean, we've got bits of crap in the gear teeth, but that'll all be cleaned. You know, I just want to get as much of it off. I want to get most of it off. And you know, look at the way the gears are cut, are beautifully made. Oh, bare leg alert, by the way. I mean, I'll get in this again with a toothbrush, but I just want to get the main crap off, so I can handle the gears to a little bit without getting full of shit. There we go. But I will go over them again with a toothbrush before it goes back together, because you don't want all these bits of hairs and fluff that just pulls off stuck to your gears when you put them back in. Right, then we've got the centre spindle here. This is your centre spindle. whoops, this is your centre spindle, and you know, look at that, clean that up, and the gears actually beautifully made. You know, it's real proper old-fashioned engineering. I mean, I don't know how old this gramophone is, but it wasn't made yesterday, that's for certain. I haven't got the handle for this gramophone, but the lad I got it from, he said he's got the handle for it. I hope he has. Right, we've got a ring there. Look at that, it's absolutely full of shit, look. There we go. Right, I can't remember what that's off, but it's off here. It'll all go back on. We've got screws in here, we've got pieces of, we've got the ends of the governor in here. Clean this plate here off, look at that, that's the bottom plate that goes on the bottom of the drum that holds the spring. And look at that. Oh. I've got to go Mildred's in a bit and set up his jukebox. We put the mechanism back in, but it needs setting up. It's not quite right, but there again I did tell him it wouldn't be, because I only did a course setup here. Everything needs to be finely adjusted when it's in the machine, so I'm going to do that later at some point today. Right, and that's your bottom plate for that. Now let's squeeze that out, because in all honesty I want rid of that. Need to clean the bench up after as well. Now I need to find, there's a screw. We've got bits in here that we need to make sure that don't get lost. There should be two caps in here for the governor. There they are. The governor, and there should also be a pin. Should be a roll pin in here. There's a roll pin in here somewhere as well. There it is. We've all got a little pin. And make sure we don't lose nothing. There we go. Right. And what I'm going to do now with this, I'm going to put this in here and put a bit more IPA in it. I might not need to, let me just see. Oh shit, spilled it all over the bench. Yeah, I'll put a bit more IPA in and it'll dissolve. Hopefully it'll go a way to dissolving that, make it easier to clean that. Right, and we put that there. I won't be keeping this IPA when I'm done, I'll be getting rid of it. I mean, I normally pour it back into the bottle, but I won't be pouring that back in. That is for certain. But this is really full of grease. I mean, I don't know why they put this much grease in them. Do they really need it? I mean, we need to make sure that this chamber is well and truly cleaned, because I mean, an ultrasonic cleaner would have been nice at this point, but I haven't got one, so I'm having to do it this way. But saying that, give that a dry off now, and let's see how we're looking. I mean, the outside of this is not bad because obviously all the shit was inside. So we'll give it a clean, a dry out, and yeah, that's just about not bad. Yeah. I mean, we will put grease in this when we're putting it back together, but only a little bit. Won't overdo it. I will actually look to see how you're supposed to actually make sure. I think there's still a bit of grease in there. Yeah, give that another clean out. So we've got some shit in there. Not a lot though. Just on this edge here, really. There we are. I mean, if you're going to do it properly. That's it. Cleaner than a virgin's honey pot. Spots sorted. So that's the internal parts of the mechanism cleaned. Now we've got the bottom. We've got the bottom pallet here, which we're going to clean. This is the bottom pallet, and we'll clean the legs, as we'll call them. Clean all those. We've got screws in there we don't want to lose, because this is where the governor goes in. Clean all these, and clean this. As you can see, look at that. I wiped that yesterday, but it's still disgusting. There we go. So we'll get every bit of grease off that we can, and I'll actually use the towel on it now, actually. I think that'll be better. There we are. Gets all your grease off, and means that when you come and put your gramophone back together, you can handle the parts. Screw them in a bit further. There we go. It means that once you put your gramophone, you know, I mean, some of this we can put back together before I do the spring, but I'd like to do it all, I think. Now let's see, let's get my glasses, because I'm going to need to see now if there's anything else I can take off that, because I want to see if I can get any more off it to make the process easier. Yeah, leg alert folks, already I've got my undies on. Right, it doesn't say who made this, there's just numbers in it. And it says made in Switzerland. Right. So basically we've got this shaft here, which we're not going to be able to take out because it means banging that roll pin out. That's not going to have to come out. We've got the speed controller here, which I don't think that needs to come out. We've got a washer. Oh, where's that gone? There's one. Just dropped a washer from here, and the problem with that is what kind of washer is it? Is it important? I think it was a washer, might not be. Anyway, never mind. What we'll do next, we'll get the cloth, get the IPA. I'm not going to take the speed mechanism off, that doesn't have to come off. I mean, the way these things are made, it's a testament to the men and women who worked in the places that made them, isn't it? I mean, you know, it just really is. I mean, I've got a lot of respect, and I mean that. I've got awesome respect for the craftsmen and women of yesteryear. I really have. You know, because they left us with a lot of stuff, and a lot of it's still useful. I mean, you know, most people might think, oh, gramophone, what use is a gramophone? A gramophone is a lot of use if you've got a 78s. If you want to play gramophone records, it's a lot of use. And I have got 78s. And it would actually be nice to hear them on a gramophone. I mean, I've had a couple of gramophones in the past, don't get me wrong. But you know, those who know me know I get fed up of things and I pass them on. Because I don't believe that we should all keep something and have it forever. I think we should. If it's something really nice and worth having, I think it should be passed on so that other people can enjoy it. But, you know, these grommets are going to need to be replaced. I need to find some replacements. We'll pull them off because we are going to put new ones on, but we'll chuck them in the tub with everything else. But we are going to put new grommets on. I will have some grommets in my stash that will do the job. I'm not going to scrape the grommet mess off yet, I can do that at a later date. There we go. And that's the handle to crank it. So that would be, that's your crank gear there. Right. And that's your speed control. And I should somewhere have the speed mechanism on the bench. The actual knob bit should be up here somewhere, so we need to find that. If we don't find it, then it means I've got to find another replacement, and I don't want to go looking for bits. Right, I'm going to chuck all these in here, because we'll get rid of that in a minute. Chuck all these in that there, and we'll get rid of that. Right. Get rid of all that shit. That'll soak up all that IPA. They'll soak all that crap up. Right, so what we need to do next is make a bit of, put that to the back out of the way, put this here, and we need to find the speed controller, and it isn't on the turntable, so it isn't on the motor board. So let's get cracking. Get that found. Right, it's here somewhere. I know I've got it. But where I've got it is another matter. It would help actually move this for a minute. Put it on top of the gramophone. There we go. Because I know it's not amongst that, and it's here somewhere. But the thing is, I need to find it. I'm not putting this drawer out of the way, have I? Just check, because I do drop stuff in here. No, I haven't. So what I'll do, I'll start putting tools away, and as I put tools away, I'll come across it. Because I know I've not lost it, it's here. So as I start putting things away, I should come across my fucking speed controller. Checking behind this radio. No, it's not behind there. So push that radio there, put that cup there, that's Mildred's cup. Brought his own fucking cup, the dopey fucker. And I won't mind. I'm beginning to get worried here, folks. I'm beginning to get a little tad on the worried side. That should be here. That capacitor tester doesn't have to be out, but let's put that there for now. I'm getting a tad worried here, folks, because I would have expected to have put my hands on that by now, and I haven't done it. It's not in there with that crap. So, and we need the speed controller because it has to be regulated. I mean, it can be regulated without it, but I don't want to do that. I want to put it back as it was. Obviously. It's getting a bit worrying here, folks, because I can't see put my hand on it. I'm going to look in that box in a minute, double check. See if it's in there. Because it certainly ain't here, not in front of me. Certainly can't put my hand on it. It was here yesterday. I mean, not a problem really. I mean, I'll find it, but what we're going to do now, folks, we're going to look through the gramophone components. We'll look through the gramophone box and the box of all the gramophone. In fact, it might be in the gramophone box actually. I might have thrown it in the gramophone box. Come to think of it. But let's just have a look down here. Because it will do the harm to just look. But no, it's not down here. It's a bloody big piece, I'd see it. There's the straw off my switch cleaner. A couple of other bits. Right. Now let's have a look. I'll just check the gramophone box, see if it's in that. Because there's every likelihood it could be, because I could have thrown it in there. Because I do that sort of thing. Let's have a look. Come on, open you bastard. There we go. There we go. See if it's in here. Oh, thank fuck for that. All the screws are there. There's the adjuster. Don't know where the control is, but there's the adjuster. So the control must be the control. Oh, there's the control. I've got it, folks. I've got it. And all the screws are in here for that hold it onto the mechanism and everything else. So I'll leave that in there because I know. And the sound box works if you listen. And what we'll do, we'll take the sound box off and have a look. At least we will even get it off. I'm not sure if it's one of those that are screwed on. Oh no, it pulls off. There we go. Right, we'll have a look at the sound box. We'll see what we can do to. We'll have a look at this. It might even tell us a bit about the gramophone. So I have found the speed control adjuster. It's in the box. Bloody hell. It's in the gramophone box. Right, so what I want to do next, I want to get one of these pads. And what we'll do, we'll get a couple of these pads rather. And what we'll do, we'll make a clean space here. Use another one. Just to be safe. There we are, that'll do. Right, what we've got here is the sound box, or diaphragm if you like. So what we'll do, we'll take the diaphragm apart. We will take it apart and we'll see what it's made up of. Right. So we'll start by taking the needle out because it sticks in your finger. Right, and what I want to do, I want to take it apart because I want to clean the inside of it. But there is a possibility I might not be able to take it apart. I'm not going to force anything, but I would like to clean. I'm not going to use IPA because I don't know what it might do to it. I'm just going to clean it. Oh, we don't have to strip it to clean it, we can clean it. There we are. And be careful don't break the mica. Just give it a bit of a once over really and a polish up. Right. Is that Dulciphone trademark? The new Crescendo Soundbox. This is a new Crescendo Soundbox. For all gramophones. So basically it should work on any gramophone. So what we'll do, we'll clean the sound box. We'll clean the sound box, but we won't get any IPA on the mica because we don't know what it'll do to it. So, and basically I don't want to ruin it because I don't have a replacement, and I would have loved to have taken this apart, but it would be nice to try and get this rust off, but I don't think it's going to happen. But the bezel should shine up well. Look at that. Yeah, that should come up well. We've all got the IPA on the... See, I don't know what it'll do to the mica. Probably nothing, but you know, I'd rather not take the chance. We'll get that in there and clean all the dust. We're not gonna take this off here and mess about, because that I think is fitted in, and it'll be fitted in its optimal position, and we won't put the needle back in it, but I don't have anything that I can really clean that rust off with. Wow. I do actually. I think you can buy new micas for them and stuff, but I bet they're not as good as the originals. So that little bit of sandpaper there that's taking it off, it's only very fine rust. Very fine oxidisation, really. I mean, really, I would like to take it apart, but at 5 in the morning. Yeah, that's a bit better. And that there's like a rubber, sort of rubber gasket sort of thing. And that just hooks on, you just put that on and twist it into position onto the arm, onto the sound tube. But yeah, so that can go back onto the gramophone. That can go back onto the gramophone before it gets damaged. I'm not going to put a needle in it, there's no point. I have got some gramophone needles. I'm trying to see where it was made, because it doesn't mean to say that it's because the mechanism Swiss made. For all gramophones. Yeah, the new Crescendo sound box, it's not as new as it was, but the sound box still works and it'll still produce audio, so you know, I think that's you know, I'm going to leave this here. I'm going to put this back on the gramophone. I'm going to leave this video here. I'm going to get it uploaded. I've got some more to upload as well. I want a coffee and all. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching, and more to come later. Bye.